Alright, so that's good. And it looks like we're... Yep, we're live, so... At least I think we are? Like, I'm still getting used to using both OBS and Restream at the same time. Okay, cool, never mind, it's live. Good, good, good. So anyways, I'm working in Planet Coaster here. This morning, I got up and I just had a weird bug in my brain that I wanted to make an Rocky Mountain construction style coaster that had a really good wave turn. And this is the wave turn right here. This one's going through the wave turn right now. And I really didn't have any other plan other than that. So I built it this morning just for fun, and then decided I wanted to go with a spooky theme for it. So I'm kind of building this mansion that it goes all around. And I recently got the Ghostbusters kit, so I got a bunch of Ghostbuster style ghosts in there too for the mid-course breaks. So you go through like a haunted hallway. And yeah, so we're just going to kind of goof with that on stream. And let me see if I can turn my volume down to scotch, because I'm sure it's probably come through pretty loud. Alrighty, let's cap off this mid-course break right here. And I also actually have this block section, so that's actually the end of the first main ride block. Which, for those of you that don't know, a block section is like a section of track that only one train can be in at a time. At the end of the block is a way to stop it in the case of an emergency, which these friction brakes right here are the end of it. And basically, the first main block is from the end of this right here, where this guy is dropping off right here, all the way to here. So had this one not cleared that brake section yet, it would have stopped that other train. And in real life, that's the system that keeps trains from hitting each other on coasters. But I like having them block section because at the end, that means you can have a station that's only as big as one train. So it looks really nice and stylish. So, like, if the ride is not open, I'd have one train here, one train on this brake section, and then one train on this brake section right here. But when they're running, they're all in different sections. Alright, let's go. I know in here somewhere there's a corner section of that kind of nice single corner. There we go. Sometimes it's really hard working around wooden coasters with all those extra supports. There we go. And where's the... Oh, there we go. There's the single. And the nice thing is it also, building this kind of elaborate mansion around everything kind of breaks up the support, so you see more of this crazy house. And we're not done building it yet either. I just wanted to get some major pieces done before I hopped on stream today, so that way you all aren't just seeing like the boring part. Because a lot of times it takes a lot of work just to get to a good spot. Really quickly though, before we continue building the building, I am going to do a trigger thing here. I'm going to make a trigger sequence. Add trigger. And I'm going to add the trigger right there. Connect objects to trigger, and I'm going to connect this guy. Confirm. Done. And that way, every time a train leaves, and we'll see it happen again here, but every time a train dispatches, it'll hit that trigger and open up the dungeon gate. And you'll see it happen right here. So it gives a bit of extra flair. There we go. So now we'll go back to editing the building. Now, I did some preliminary stuff in here. I do need to add a few more spooky things. trying to figure out what I want to do, honestly. Like, right here, we could probably put this guy. But, trying to figure out what I want to do in here to kind of cap this off and end the station so I can focus on other things. Let's go to scenery. Let's see what kind of animatronics we have. There, didn't even notice that elephant before. But an elephant is not thematically what we're going for. Honestly, don't think... Oh, that'd be kind of cool, but it's way too freaking big. Wrong theme, really. A lot of the spooky stuff they have is way too small. Wonder if I can... That's kind of cool, but still, like, a lot of the stuff that they have for spooky is so ridiculously small. I want something just a little bit bigger or a little bit louder. Businessman, that's definitely not thematically correct. I mean, even the mummy's kind of cool. Man. Oh, that's animated, so... I'm gonna leave that for there for right now, just in case I decide I want to keep it. Because that is kind of a cool house. I just need... No... Here. Well, first of all... This could be fun, like having some mist that will help cover up some of the... Or actually... Yeah, that clips through the wall, so I don't know if I like that. Or I guess we could do it along here. Because then it would just clip into the station, which is fine. Because the station, you don't even see it. So on the outside, you don't see it. Cool. Okay, cool. That way, the effect stays contained where we want it to stay. So let me... That could be kind of cool. I guess we could just put that right there. Fireplace top. And I guess we could go back up here because there was like fire effects. So that's kind of fun. And I guess we could put a bookcase here and a bookcase there. All right, so there's that. And then we still need something that is going to be framed right there, because that cobweb design kind of makes a really cool frame. Let's see. Oh, I guess we could just have one of these lights framed. That works. Then we'll throw around some headstones. Cool, so it's almost like a little Easter egg. Wonder if we could get more. Yeah, I think we're almost done with this area, and I just want to quadruple check. Yep. I'm almost thinking this backside needs some lighting too. Because basically, when I'm done, what I want the look to be is that you shoot out onto the deck of the house and right along the deck to the chain link. Yeah, that's cool. Uh, thanks, Gene. Yeah, and that's the nice thing about the fog effects that you have a lot of control over them because you can run them really big or really tiny. Now, where do I go back to? Oh yeah, the building. I want to see if I can build that same creepy roof on this, although I think it's going to look wrong with this, but we'll try it. Where's my corner? Single corner. Well, let me see how it looks with all of it on. I mean, kind of rough, but I still kind of like it. Yeah, it looks like it's cut into the architecture, so I think I can keep it and roll with it. This is the first time I've ever actually used this, like, ceiling material or roof material or whatever. So it's definitely interesting to learn with. But, like, the main station, I want to feel more ornate, like, kind of scary and imposing. Where the, like, staging area back here, I want to feel more like a crypt. Which actually is, this is a perfect roof for that. I'm going to turn off auto stacking just for a moment. And turn auto stacking back on. So in theory, when you go in there now, yeah, it's like superimposing, and I wonder if there's chandeliers I could look at. Oh yeah. Okay, so this might be a. Okay, this is going to be kind of a pain in the butt. How much is that? Oh, that doesn't hook up bad at all. Oh, okay. So gotta love it when the camera wants to be super duper squirrely. We're gonna get back in there first and then I'll reselect it. Okay, so the first one's over there. Second one I still want in line with the train. think that's kind of enough. I don't want to overdo it. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Okay, so I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to go back here and go back to my trigger sequences, and how I have that trigger right here that opens the gate. I think I can... Oh, yes, I can. So that way... Confirm. So I think that means that... Yeah, like, basically, from now on, not only will that gate open, but those two clocks will chime as you leave. That's wicked. Yeah, it was, and thank you, Gene. But yeah, like it was kind of a pain in the butt because like sometimes Planet Coaster doesn't like giving you good camera control, which I get. I can only imagine that coding the camera for this was a pain in the butt. So I'm not saying they did a bad job. But still, it did annoy me a little bit. Now I want to connect these two pieces because I want this to be like one big mansion. So go back down to wherever my wall pieces were. See how far we can... Oh. Keep hitting the wrong angle there. Actually, I forgot that I had that railing there, so we will have to... play like right here. Ah. There we go. Like, I guess that... Yeah, because otherwise I'd be building onto the deck. Or... Actually, I don't even think that that's a problem, so one second. I'm going to delete the railings on this side. Which is okay, because placing the railings there was kind of a pain in the butt, because they're a decoration. And the downsides with decorations, like I'll move this one to show, is that it wants to stick to everything, including the supports of the ride. So to get those ones down, like, I nearly had an aneurysm this morning doing it. But that's okay, I'm willing to get rid of them if we get a more wicked effect out of this. See if we can, like... I want to see how close we can get. Alright, so that's the limit right there, Z. And then I'll use a tiny one to do that. Now I should be able to end it here. And then we can put a roof on that, and it should look really wicked. And then I'll probably need to replace the railings along here. Let's just go ahead and do that. That's what I had to learn to do this morning, was basically Where is my... I think that's under scenery. Yeah. And that actually looks better anyways than I had it before. So now we should be able, in theory, to build a roof on this. I don't think it comes too close to the coaster, but we'll see. Because I didn't even realize when I was building it that I kind of veered left. I was just like freehand doing it this morning, and I did not think that all the way through, but thankfully it doesn't look like it's a deal breaker. Double corner. Oh, that's going to be cool. Alright, now I need to do a couple of these. And then I think I had the big scary window over here. Or yeah, that thing. Oh. I guess that works. We'll just do another one down here. People won't see it, so it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Because this whole area, for the most part, will be hidden from the riders anyways. See. I'm still trying to decide how big exactly I want the house, because I'm also going to do kind of a haunted forest around it too. Which is why I have this like witch's house, but I don't even know if I don't think I like the witch's house. It's a little too like happy and whimsical. I want the more dark and foreboding. I think I can get away with building another tower here. And then I think I can just copy this one. And yeah, I did that right. Okay, cool. Then I'm going to start by copying these guys. And I'll fix that little... Yeah, Oh, dude. Actually, your comment totally made me think of something. There is a really cool, like, clock that I can use. I'll go to the... thing in a minute and grab it, but first I want to... But that's a good idea. Now... So now I go to scenery. Yeah, because it has this like massive one. Yeah, good idea. Well, both. It can be both. Because that helps break up some of the monotony, so that way it doesn't feel like everything is just copy paste, even though that's literally what I'm doing. Thank you, dude. That's one thing I love about this game is that once you start getting stuff going, it turns out so damn epic very quickly. Right, so hopefully that plays right. Yeah, that's good enough. I mean, players won't necessarily notice that much, but at least I feel like I did a pretty job. Now, I think I want something animatronic. Because at least there's that, like, scary, like, ghost thing that can dive at you. Is this the one that shoots at people? Yeah, so that could work. Alright. So now, really quickly, I'm going to go back to my coaster, add a trigger point, edit trigger sequence, add a trigger, and then this trigger, number 2, we have to drag all the way around the track until we hit that mid-course brake run, because that'll be what triggers the scary guy, so that way it's guaranteed every time people come through that Wraith will like dive at them. Connect objects to trigger sequence, that, confirm. I just want to see, especially for the people in the front, I want them to feel like that thing's diving at them. Maybe just a hair back. To clip the roof. You can do that. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do it with this one, but you can set it so that scenery doesn't affect coasters. I don't have that option turned on right now, but it's in the options. Oh, another thing to complete this. Okay, so done. Now, edit. Now I'm going to go back over here and grab some railing, because that looks like an area that should have railing. Yeah. Yeah, the holograms, those are from the Ghostbusters pack. I just recently bought it, and I was like, oh my god, those are amazing. And they don't really look hardcore, like exclusive to Ghostbusters. They look like they could be literally anything, so I kind of like that you're not locked into any one style. I don't know if I still don't know what I'm going to put on the top of this part yet, because that's more of a roof for that tunnel and a near miss for that. But I don't know if I want to make that like a pseudo walkway or what. I'm still playing with ideas on there. And scenery. I'm going to go do some rock work really quick. It's always a pain in the butt finding the large rock. So you want to find like the largest one. I think it's going to be this one. Because if you don't find the largest one, then you're going to be here for a very long time doing the basic groundwork. And it's also kind of a pain in the butt with these coasters that have like really elaborate support structures. Just want to be sure that you're not missing a spot, but it becomes really easy to miss a spot. And then I know there's some like dead trees that you can place here too. Yeah, here I'll show you in a second. Like, I got Ivy started in one spot just so that I have access to it for when I start going hardcore on that. So that way I have a spot to copy and paste from. But yeah, I have Ivy right here. And I only just started it because once I get going, then I can just like copy and paste these pieces and rearrange them to create that look of randomness. But I want this to almost feel like a dead vegetation area kind of thing. That the, like, you know, it was formerly nice and is no longer taken care of kind of deal. And this part, like where that train's going right now, that's basically the finale of the coaster. So I think I want it to go all the way over here, and this can all be kind of a finale area. And I promised I would do the boring stuff off stream, but sometimes I get that kind of, you know, thing of where I'm like, crap, I'm going to go do a bunch of rock work right now, and I'll try to be fast about it so that everyone's not doesn't get bored. But it's one of those things that when you take the time to do the rock work in this game, it makes it really cool, and it makes it so that when other people download it and then put it in their park, it's immediately this way and it's immediately ready to go, and they just have this awesome, mind-blowing scenery setup that they can play with. And I love giving people that ability just to plop something down and immediately play with it. No questions asked. Alright. And I should be done fairly quickly with the rock work because I just need to kind of connect it to here. 'Cause I just want this like outer final run of the train before it goes back to the station to be kind of a weird wildernessy, not wildernessy, but kind of dead foliage section. And then I want to make sure I have a good lip on the outside for any foliage I place so that it looks like it's growing out of something. There we go. And this one I can build up too. I'm kind of going for a just barely missing, hitting yourself on the rocks kind of vibe here. And I think I'll do more house in the front, maybe an extension of a porch or something, but first let's finish this. Yeah, exactly. For the cliffhanger. Alright. But that way, you know, since I'm doing it like this, that way the whole coaster isn't entirely in a fake house. There's different visually interesting things that are going on. All right, so let me see here. No, I need a T. And I know there's like creepy dead trees. And with these ones, I know you don't want a line to surface on because you'll end up with sideways trees and stuff. No, that comes way too close. The although we could use it out here. Just as kind of an outer perimeter to the part where the ride kind of tilts out. And I wonder if I can make this work anywhere. Oh no, you have to put it way too high, and that's okay. I will keep making stuff with the creepy dead trees. Spammy. I could have swore there was like a creepy tree or something. Maybe not. Like, oh, right here, spooky trees. So yeah, where they have a little more depth to them. Oh, and they have faces on them. That's cool. Nope, I don't like that one there. So that way you get kind of a peek of a scary face, like right as you do it that Outer Bank turn. Then go back to my dead trees. Like some kind of creepy Bob Ross. There. Oh. I did not realize that one peeked all the way through, so that was... Oh. That's kind of the cool thing about these two, is that once you place so many of them, people's eyes get kind of diverted, so they don't realize it's the same tree copied over and over. Now, let's see. I think first things first, I'm gonna test ride the coaster and just see what I think. All right, have a good day, Gene. See ya, dude. Have a good day too. Might turn that one tree just a little bit because you smacked your face into it. Yep, I am digging this. So we'll keep working on the building. But big thing is, there was, I want to say it was right here. Yep, this guy. I think I'm just going to have to move it all together. Because like people would have taken that limb straight to the face. There we go. So that looks better. So let me see here. together. All right, I am going to run a quick ad just because I need to go grab something. So I'll be right back, but see you in a few seconds, everyone. Well, I can't figure out if I'm still in the ad or not. That's a little weird, but oh well. Either way, I'm back. So by the time you pop back, if the ad isn't over, you'll see me working. So either way. But like I was mentioning before, I do want to do something here. So I want to make sure that I can actually visually differentiate this a little bit. I think we're most of the way there, but I want to alrighty, and I'll add that. Looking good. All right, that's looking good. So let's go ahead and add a floor over here. Oh yeah, let's turn auto stacking off so that it doesn't feel the need to freak out every time. So let me see here. I just wanted to see if... Okay, so it looks like everyone's back. All right, cool. But I'm going to go in here, copy one of our fog machines. Eek. Not leaking on this side, not leaking on that side, not leaking on that side. Good. And... let's see if we can work this out a little more, too. E. Auto stacking's back on. We'll cover that with vines. It's all good. Oh, yeah. So go back down here, grab my thin piece. Yeah, so God, I'm really impressed with how this is turning out. I really like it. So let's start off with a thin piece of fence. E, Z. And then we'll put something up there. I haven't decided what yet. Gotta shake my hand out a little bit. For those of you who don't know, I've unfortunately got rheumatoid arthritis, which is basically Latin for not fun at frickin' all. So sometimes it makes my hands hurt a little bit. I know for this lower section I want to use some of these cast iron um, lamps, because originally, like way back when I started this morning, the idea was to kind of build a Bloodborne themed coaster. Because way back when Bloodborne, for a while after Bloodborne came out, not too long though, in Planet Coaster, I built a Bloodborne themed coaster I called the Hunt. But I played with it yesterday just to check it out, and I realized I've gotten much better as a coaster builder, and I would rather have it was like kind of big and spread out. The maneuvers weren't amazing, so I figured I wanted something a little more compact and a little more action packed and just vivid. And at first, I thought it was going to be an alternate, a new version of the Hunt, but then it kind of evolved into this more haunted house theme. But I still wanted to keep the lampposts because they have that very classic, almost Victorian feel. And I want this last section to kind of feel like almost like kind of like you're whooshing past all these lamps just to your finale to get to the end of the ride. And then we need to turn align to surface back on. Or you know what, let's do this one. Probably is the same one. I'm just being silly. Just got a kink out of my neck. See if we can get a thinner piece over here. Create some variance. That way we're still, adding some visual flair. Trying to get around all these annoying coaster supports. Like I said, that's kind of a thing you have to deal with when dealing with any of the wooden coasters in the game, because they just have that standard plethora of supports that you just gotta kind of work around. So far, coming good. Like I said before, people won't really see the back of this that well, so we're gonna only kind of quickly touch it up just to give it some visual interest. But it doesn't matter if it's not as randomized as the other one, because riders will barely be able to see this. I think there's too much Okay, I guess I need to run an ad break. Alright, when you get back, you'll see me working more on the... Alright, welcome back, everyone. Still working away on just kind of doing some last minute visual touches. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I don't think the section back here needs it as bad because there's so many rocks, trees, supports from the ride that... I mean, I guess we could do it a little bit. I'm not going to do that corner, though, because that'd be a pain to get into. Really only doing the parts that the riders will see. So I guess, like, this archway would be kind of a good one. Yeah, you don't need to really do it back there. So let's go ahead and take another... So first of all, only 1,311 pieces so far in the building. That's not bad. Because like the limit for a blueprint is like 4,000, I think. So this is easily within the limit. All right, let's see how it goes. Love that really tight truss dive right there. Alright, so really quickly before we go back to messing with the building, I just want to double check. Yeah, so it does trigger that. Okay, cool, done. So yep, I do have it right. So one thing I'm noticing is this wall back here doesn't have quite enough framing, so Alright, cool, it's not peeking through. Oh. Yeah, that gives it just a little more character. Let's see, I think we're basically done. The only thing is I want to add just to kind of complete that. And let's see if we can bring in some of this a little bit too. Done. All right, so let's do a final write test. Yep, that's about it. So let's go ahead and let's see here. trying to think of a catchy name for this. Thought of everything else today, but what would make a good name? I mean, I kind of took the color scheme of Phantom's Revenge, so maybe we could play off of that. Although this doesn't really have anything else to do with Phantom's Revenge, because, like, I've never been on Phantom's Revenge, but whenever I hear about it, the thing that always stands out to me is the fact that the second drop is bigger than the first. And that's definitely not the case of this coaster. But yeah, that is freaking cool. Like, I would ride that in real life. And also, part of the challenge that I issued myself this morning is I wanted to create a RMC style coaster that had less than 100-foot drop and just see what I could do with that. The only inertia you get off of that. And this is around 30 meters, which would be about 90 feet in real life. I guess we'll call it, it's not the best name, but I'll call it Mayhem Manor for right now. That way I can go ahead and do this. Make a blueprint. New blueprint. Themed to a haunted house. There we go. Now I'll go to my blueprints. Mayhem Manor. New workshop item. And by the way, my username on Steam is ZookeyTK, ZOOKEYTK. And as soon as they approve this on their moderation system, because now Steam has like a moderation system when you upload user-generated content, it will be available for anyone to download to the PC version of Planet Coaster. So make sure to like and subscribe and all that fun stuff that we always have to do on social media channels. And don't forget to follow me, of course, like I just said. But keep your eyes open, because soon we will be doing a stream where we finish this big bad boy. I call him Machina, the Captain of Industry. It's a multi-launch coaster with multiple parts, including a vertical launch, heavily inspired by Europa Park's new Voltron Navarra. On previous streams, we did all this other stuff, like all the other parts of it. The only part that's really left is this big copper pad right here. What the heck I'm going to do with it? Like I said, the limit for how many pieces you can use is 4,000. We're already at 3,314. So this one will be an interesting challenge, to say the least, but we'll get on that probably later this week or early next. And with that, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everyone has a great day and a great weekend. And keep checking us out, because not only will we be doing more Planet Coaster streams, but we'll be doing some other cool stuff too, like showing off the games that we're working on, showing off our development process for our own games. Got a lot of cool stuff planned.